Hey everyone, and welcome. We have all been there, right? You're staring at a chart, and the market is just flat. It's moving sideways, and it feels like there's no way to make any money. Well, today, we are diving deep into a really powerful option strategy that is designed for that exact situation. It's time to master the Iron Condor.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about why sideways markets are such a headache for most traders. Then we'll get right into the nuts and bolts of the Iron Condor itself. We're going to see it in action with a real example, compare it to another popular strategy, and then, this is the most important part, we'll cover how to manage your trade. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with the single biggest takeaway.
All right, let's start at the beginning. Before we jump into the solution, we really need to get a handle on the problem. What's the challenge that this strategy is built to solve?
This is the million-dollar question, isn't it? If your entire strategy is based on betting whether the market will go up or down, a flat market basically puts you on the sidelines. But what if you could make a bet on that very lack of movement?
And that's exactly where we shift our whole mindset to what's called volatility trading. You stop trying to guess the direction, and instead you start looking to profit from the amount of movement, or in our case, the lack of it. It's the perfect environment for a strategy where you sell options to collect income.
Okay, so with that idea in mind, let's meet the star of the show, the Iron Condor. This is the specific tool we're going to use to capitalize on those quiet, boring markets.
To put it simply, an Iron Condor is a non-directional bet. You get to define a price range. You set an upper boundary and a lower boundary. And as long as the stock price stays inside that range by the time the options expire, you make money. And the best part? Your risk is completely defined from the get-go.
So how do you actually build this thing? Well, it's made up of 4 different options, or 4 legs. You're basically mashing 2 simpler strategies together, a credit spread on the puts and a credit spread on the calls. You sell a put and a call to set up your profit range, and then you buy another put and call further out. Those act as your insurance policy, and that's what caps your potential loss. Think of it like you're renting out a specific price range to the market.
Now, if you were to draw a picture of the profit and loss on this trade, it would look just like this. People call it the profit box. See that flat top? That is your zone of maximum profit. As long as the stock price ends up anywhere inside that flat area at expiration, you keep the entire premium you collected. It's only when the price makes a big move and breaks outside of that box, either up or down, that you start to lose. This really boils the whole strategy down. Your view of the market is neutral, or sideways. You get paid the moment you put the trade on. That's a credit that hits your account right away. And both your maximum risk and your maximum reward are locked in from the start. Ideally, you want the market to stay nice and calm, which usually causes implied volatility to drop. And that is just perfect for this kind of trade.
All right, enough with the theory. Let's see how this thing actually works in the real world. It's time to take this strategy for a test drive. Okay, let's imagine the Nifty index is sitting right at 24,000. You think it's probably going to stay somewhere between 23,800 and 24,200 for the next week or so. So you set up this trade. You sell the 23,800 put and the 24,200 call. Then, for your protection, you buy the 23,600 put and the 24,400 call. For setting all this up, the market pays you a net credit of 100 rupees.
Now, let's talk about the best-case scenario. If you're right and the Nifty closes anywhere inside your range between 23,800 and 24,200, all 4 of those options just expire worthless. That 100 rupee premium you collected when you opened the trade, it's all yours to keep. That's your maximum profit. But, of course, what happens if the market doesn't play along? Well, if the price moves outside of your sold strikes, if it goes above 24,200 or drops below 23,800, then your position will start to show a loss. This is the zone where you need to start paying very close attention.
And here's the worst-case scenario. Let's say some crazy news hits and there's a huge unexpected market move. Your position is going to hit its maximum loss. But, and this is the real beauty of the Iron Condor, that loss is capped. Because you bought those outside options as insurance, you know the absolute most you can lose from the very second you enter the trade. No nasty surprises.
So the Iron Condor is a fantastic strategy. But, it's not the only tool for this kind of job. Let's take a quick moment to compare it to a close cousin, the butterfly spread, just to expand our toolkit a little bit. The profit and loss shape for a butterfly looks totally different from the Condor's wide profit box. Instead, the butterfly has what you might call a profit peak. It's designed to pay out its absolute maximum profit only if the price lands on one very, very specific point at expiration. It is a much more precise, targeted bet.
So here's the crucial trade-off. With the Iron Condor, you have a nice wide range to be right, which gives you a higher probability of making a profit. But that profit is going to be moderate. The Butterfly, on the other hand, aims for a tiny, narrow range. That means it has a lower probability of success, but a much, much higher potential profit if you absolutely nail it. Both, of course, have defined risk.
Just setting up the trade is only half the battle. Now we get to what I think is the most critical part, actually managing the trade and understanding the rules of the road for long-term success.
These rules right here, they are absolutely non-negotiable. First, position sizing. Never, ever risk more than 1 or 2% of your total trading capital on any single trade. Second, know when to take profits. Don't get greedy. A great rule of thumb is to close the trade once you've captured 50 to 70% of its maximum potential profit. And finally, don't over-leverage. Just because one trade has defined risk, that doesn't mean you should pile on dozens of them.
Now, this is something you've got to watch out for. Even with a safe, defined risk strategy, traders can get into serious trouble. Things like sudden overnight price gaps, unexpected spikes in volatility, and maybe the most dangerous of all, getting overconfident after a few easy wins. All of these can lead you to break the rules we just talked about. You have to stay disciplined.
Now, for you more advanced traders, sometimes you can actually adjust the position that's being tested. For instance, if the market starts drifting towards one of your boundaries, you might be able to roll the other, untested side closer to collect a bit more premium and recenter your risk. But it's just as important to know when not to adjust, like right before the options expire, during a major news event, or if the market is very clearly not moving sideways anymore.
Phew, we have covered a ton of ground. So let's bring it all back together and really distill the core philosophy behind why this strategy works so well in a specific market environment.
Here are the pro tips, nice and simple. You want to enter these trades when implied volatility is high, because that's when the premium you collect is the richest. Then you want to exit as that volatility drops. And always, always remember, this is a game of probabilities, not predictions. The goal here is to collect small, consistent profits over and over again, like you're running a business.
And really, that brings us to our final, most important thought. The Iron Condor is not a lottery ticket. It is not about hitting home runs. It is a strategy designed for one thing, generating consistent income by taking on a very specific, calculated, and controlled amount of risk. It's all about winning the marathon, not the sprint.